Rich and Jeremy. Rich and Jeremy in the morning. On Wings 94.3.
Wings 94.3. Rich and Jeremy here with you.
I'm a model.
You know what I mean.
That took the country by storm when that happened.
Right, said Fred?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did he do anything else?
I don't know.
He didn't need to.
It was like two brothers or something. I don't know. The whole thing was weird. Walking around in fishnet sleeveless T-shirts.
On the catwalk.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It got me going.
All right, so we're still trying to decide what we're going to watch for film school. We'll keep going through that. And if you got ideas,
call in.
Give us a call.
Charter Bank hotline 334-321-9001. Also the McDonald's Twitter machine. That's what we call it. At richandjeremy.com. And I don't know. Hopefully it's not something bad. Okay.
I think we got a call now.
Wait. Let's read it. Hello, Rich and Jeremy. You are on the air with Jer and Rich. Hello?
Good morning. Hello?
Is Newt?
Yes, this is Newt. Good morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear?
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Do I need to put more quarters in the telephone? I may need to put more quarters.
You're on a payphone?
Well, there is a very nice, clean bank payphone here at the bus station here in Macomb. It's very clean, and most of the phones work. This is one of the few phones that has both pieces to the headset part. So I appreciate that very much. I can both speak and hear if I put enough quarters into the machine.
Well, I haven't been on a payphone forever. So in Macomb, that's still a thing down there, huh?
Well, how else are you supposed to call your parole officer?
Parole officer? Newt, you have a parole officer?
Oh, well, no. He is actually just a friend of mine. I was just using that for an example.
Parole officer. Well, so Newt, Rich and I were trying to figure out what movie we're going to watch for this film school segment we do. Do you have any suggestions? What was the last movie you saw?
Well, let's see. The last movie that do you mean on the big screen, not on the television, but on you mean on a
yeah. Let's say the one on the big screen.
The last movie that I recall seeing, I don't remember the name of it, but it was about an African prince who made his way to the United States in search of freedom and love, and it was very enjoyable, although I did not understand a lot of it. It appeared that he was working at a restaurant and was become heir to the throne of the restaurant, as it were. He had some friends with him and a girlfriend, and it was very enjoyable. I did not see all of it. They actually made us leave towards the end when they found that we had not paid for our parking spot at the drive-in.
Who were you? Who was we? Who were you with?
Oh, it was Gaynell and I.
I think Coming to America. Are you talking about Coming to America?
That may have been the name of it, although I seem to remember that there were other things in the title, but I could be mistaken.
I could be mistaken.
I was distracted, as you might imagine, with Gaynell actually in the vehicle with me.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. So this is in that came out in. I mean, if we're talking Coming to America, that came out in 88, I think, 1988. I'm talking.
No, I saw this about 4 months ago.
So at the drive-through, the Macomb drive-through, do y'all? So
it's a drive-in movie theater and taxidermy.
And taxidermy.
Yeah. Well, it all started because the people needed something to do while they were having their deer or their alligators or their raccoons stuffed and mounted and whatnot. So they they began showing movies basically on the side of the building. And, of course, as you might imagine, it became quite the hot spot. So they began to actually turn it into a real drive-in movie theater.
Oh, well, so...
Although, to be frank, they did not have the speakers that you could listen. They had the owner's two sons just walked around with radios.
just walked around, so you could only hear just snippets here and there, huh?
You got most of the important parts, I believe, to understand most of what was happening if you were following along.
So what's... go ahead.
I was just going to reiterate the fact that I was a bit distracted.
So, so that was only like 4 months ago. Well, so, I don't know, believe it or not, I don't think I've ever actually, seen Coming to America. Would you recommend that? We're trying to, find one to go with. Would you recommend that one? Is there another one you're wanting to see?
Well, I always like to fall back on the classics, Jeremy, when it comes to art and literature, literate books. And I like to look back at the classics. The movies that influenced me as a youngster growing up in Chunky, movies like The Dirty Dozen Part 4, which I find to be vastly superior to Part 3. I never saw the first two, but Part 4 was nice. It was the dirty 48.
You got a lot of fours going on. You Dirty Dozen 4, the Fourth Baptist Church. It takes you a little while to find your sweet spot culturally, I guess.
Well, I suppose that there's some truth to that. I have never really considered it in the past, but now that you mention it, perhaps I do tend to jump around to different things before I find where I'm not, where I feel comfortable and where I don't feel like people don't want me there.
Four times a charm kind of thing. What about romantically? What about has Gaynell always been the one and only, or has there been last time we heard about, there was some reference to Melissa, the cleaning lady.
Well, I have to ask you, Jeremy, to please not mention her name when it comes to anything. Melissa is a very nice lady who cleans the library, and what happened between her and I was a pure misunderstanding. It was nothing but friendship and fellowship, and it was all very above board. There was nothing. Apparently, Gaynell has a bit of a jealousy streak, but I would rather we just not discuss that part.
Purely plutonic, right? Platonic, purely platonic relationship. No,
I don't understand the scientific words. I'm not sure what that means, but she is a very, very nice lady, and as is her sister. And I think under other circumstances, they and Gaynell might have even been friends at some point. Alas, I fear that shall never be the case now.
Okay, so we're thinking, either Dirty Dozen 4 or Coming to America.
I'm sorry, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Jeremy. I'm afraid that I'm going to have to go. I recommend the movie about the African prince. I think that is very good, and I think it will probably win many, many awards. And you should probably see that so that you will remain up on current events and can speak about it intelligently on your radio program.
Cinephile. Thanks, Newt.
That is what I would recommend.
All right, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to recommend it. I haven't seen it. It could work.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Y'all have a
Newt.
very, very nice day.
More Rich and Jeremy next on Wings 94.3.